Welcome to this week's episode of your Power Packed Podlets. I believe that this is my second, maybe my third podlet that I'm recording from the Caribbean in Mexico as a semi-digital nomad, because this is the second winter that I am running my business, my six-figure plus business from the Caribbean. And ideas have been flooding in to share with you that I know are going to bring you so much value. By the way, my name is Rachel. I'm your host for these mini magical journeys together. This week's episode, we're talking about some things that are going to bring you freedom. And you may already do this. And so this will be a reminder that's going to help you take it to the next level. Or this may be something that you reject. I've had clients in the past who they come to work with me, and when I say what I'm going to share with you, they're like, no, that's wrong, this is bad. And they have all of these stories around this thing. And the fact that they're not doing it and they're not showing up in this way is the reason that they're so overwhelmed. They're so anxious and they're actually struggling to enjoy running their businesses and enjoy serving their clients. So I'm going to have a sip of my cacao and let's dive in. Discipline. You heard me, discipline. Let's talk about discipline. The idea for this week's episode came to me as I was in the gym. Yes, I sign up to a gym whilst I'm in the Caribbean. In fact, I signed up, I believe, on day 2 or day 3. I gave my body a little bit of time to recover from jet lag. I took it super gently the first time. And then today I had one of my PBs, so personal bests, in a really long time. Discipline is freedom. Where in your life, because it's not just about business, when you're disciplined in one arena of your business, that frequency, that leadership, that level of belief in yourself and pride in your actions then translates into every other arena of your life. So you show up in an arena in your life where you know that you're currently not disciplined enough, and you tweak your discipline, you take it to another level, you're going to see that translate across the board. And when it comes to being successful in business, if you've not heard this before, may this land for you super powerfully. Being able to be neutral within your nervous system as you're building and growing and you're making big decisions, neutrality, inner safety is vital. Because whatever level you're holding right now, whether it's income or impact or clients, if you want another level and you're currently finding this level hard to hold, you won't be able to sustain it. And so you're probably right now unconsciously sabotaging a lot of your growth because you can't hold more in your nervous system. It's scary. It's going to deplete you. It's going to burn you out. It's going to bring up too much stuff. And so you will be doing things without realizing to sabotage your growth because unconsciously you know that you can't handle it. Those of us you see rising fast and managing what you see us doing stuff and you're like, that looks like a lot. Like charging that level, working with clients at that level, managing that number of clients, whatever it may be, you're thinking it's a lot. We're not holding it in our nervous system. Those of us you see who are really enjoying the process and we're like, what's the next bit? How can I grow more? How can I serve at another level? How can I increase my income? Actually really enjoying the journey. It's because we're neutral around the things. It's something that we've mastered. And I mean, this is something that a big shift for my clients when working with me is realizing the importance of neutrality in the nervous system and actually taking full responsibility for when you're not neutral around the things. And a huge part of this is discipline. The reason discipline is freedom is because something becomes a non-questionable for you. Like for me, I'm not spending time considering, contemplating, overthinking, should I work out, should I not? I'm not then thinking, oh, I've been weeks away and I've not worked my body and then I've got to get back into shape and I'm in my 40s, so that takes longer. I don't have time for it. I've got too many important things to be focusing on and doing. So it's not something I spend time thinking about or even holding in my body. I do it. Even back 15 years ago when I was out in the jungle woofing with no electricity, boiling hot temperatures, I was still doing my exercise. I was doing my yoga. I was doing my mobility. I was doing body weight. And if there were weights, I was lifting weights in the jungle. Because discipline is freedom. Not doing it through force, not doing it because the result is the only thing that lights you up. And this is so important because those of you who know me, I worked for circa 15 years as a well-being coach, a fitness coach, working with nutrition and body image and all of those things. And I could see from the get-go the people who would naturally fall into a rhythm and being fit would become their identity, and those who it was a requirement to coach them through the resistance, because they had, up until that point, they'd been showing up purely to get a result, purely to lose the weight or tone the legs or tone the abs, focusing on the result, the end point, as the moment of happiness rather than the journey itself, rather than the joy of the discipline of showing up being what makes you believe in yourself more, what helps you build a relationship with who you are, what makes you feel proud of your actions, so that you wake up in the morning and you know that you're somebody who you can rely on because you're willing to put in the effort, not just for the result itself, because it's who you are. And it's exactly the same in business. Discipline creates freedom because showing up as a leader is not something you're questioning, it's something you choose to be. Stretching yourself consistently, leaning into the uncomfortable. You've heard me say this. If you've been following me for a while, you've heard me say leaning into the uncomfortable is so important. If you want to grow, it is the story around the uncomfortable, the meaning that you attach to it, that causes you to be anxious and overwhelmed. If you want to grow really fast, if you want, like me, to have your first ever 6-figure year, having never even been able to imagine what 6 figures is like, or multi 6 figures or 7 figures, whatever the stretch is for you, you can't have stories around investing in yourself, investing in your business, investing in support and education and learning, stretching yourself, being uncomfortable. You can't grow without discomfort. And it's not the discomfort itself that is causing suffering, it's the meaning attached to the discomfort, the believing it's bad or wrong. So those of you who enjoy working out, I'm going to have another sip of my cocoa. It's so good. It's got Mexican honey in it. Those of you who enjoy working out, for example, you enjoy the sensation of the effort, the fact that you can feel that it's hard and you can feel the strength. And it's also that reflection of like, this is hard, I feel strong, I'm choosing to do it even though it's an effort. It's the same in business. So where in your life are you lacking discipline? And where are you believing that discipline is a prison when in fact it's the opposite, it's freedom? I will leave you with that thought. Now, I'm going to invite you to comment below this podlet, although it may be dropped once we've already done the masterclass. I will drop it as the first one. Comment masterclass below. We're going to do a free masterclass, maybe even a masterclass series. You know me, I end up adding on more value. This is going to be for 2 groups of people. And if you fall into one of these 2 groups, even if you don't come along, you will get a lot of value out of this. You are either in a job, desperate to leave, you've known for a long time it's time to go, and something's been holding you back. And what you want is the courage, the conviction, the certainty, the plan, all of the things, so that this time next year you are in an entirely different position. You're done waiting. You know, if you don't do something radically different right now, in a year's time, you're going to be in exactly the same position. It is not about hoping that it's going to happen. It's about actually taking action differently. And this masterclass, or possibly series, is going to be the beginning of that for you. The second group is the following. You are already running your own project and making your own income, and it is not giving you financial freedom. It's certainly not giving you the financial freedom you desire to take a holiday and relax, not worry about money, and know that you can retire really soon if you want to. You know that if you want those 2 things, and money not even be a factor in your life, you don't even have to think about it. It's time to start doing things differently in your business. It's time to understand business in a completely different way for you. Because how you've been thinking about it up until now is what's been causing the results that you have. So if you are already running your project, you're ready for another level, you're done with where you're at, it's also for you. So it's actually going to be exactly the same principles for both groups that's going to prepare you for what you're going to get to create, so that in a year's time, your life looks very, very different. You're making way more money. You have way more free time. Your inner safety is on another level. You're not anxious and overwhelmed about all of the things anymore. You're in your power. So comment masterclass below. Maybe I will include the link in the comments if it's ready, and you can sign up directly. Make sure once you've signed up to join the Facebook group and put the dates in your diary. It's so easy to forget these things. And then what's going to happen? 3 months are going to go past and nothing will have changed. So make sure to put those in your diary. I look forward to seeing you in the masterclass.